These are 5 mistakes I made while I was interning. Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the 5 mistakes I made while I was interning. Everyone makes mistakes while they're interning, and everyone makes mistakes all the time. I make a lot of them. When I went into college, internships were so scary. I remember so many people going, internship this, internship that. Somebody got an internship. I used to think internship, that word, sounds cool and scary. Internship, internship, internship. Doesn't it sound cool and scary, like the word itself? That's later on I realized what it actually means. Internships are pretty cool. They are 3 to 6 months programs where you're a temporary employee, where you go and meet people and all of that. And that allows you to get a glimpse of what you're gonna do in your life. So if you're gonna be an investment banker, you can be an investment banking intern where you see what they do, you can shadow some people, learn some things. And why is this important? Because everyone who's interning is so scared. Right? They're scared of when they go to the internship, are they going to do them wrong? Or they're scared of internships overall because they think internships are a lot of work. And I just want to break that flaw is that internships are helpful, they're really amazing, and everyone's so nervous because they're trying to avoid all the mistakes. But that is the mistake. Avoiding mistakes is the mistake. But learning from other people's mistakes, that's the greatest advice I learned from anyone. The 5 mistakes I want to talk about are all personally related. They're related on things I did that and the things I could do better. Let's start. The first one. The first one is when I started interning, I always thought interning was about learning hard skills, learning soft skills, just learning. But later on, I realized internships are about none of those things. You could learn maybe 5% of the job, but that's it. The main part of internships is relationships, making relationships with people, understanding your boss, your coworkers, making connections because those are the connections that last. Because this communication will allow you to understand, do you fit in with the culture? Do you like how the company is? Those are important things because it's the relationships. Because when you come back, when you want a job in this company, nobody's going to remember what you did. Everyone's going to remember who do you talk to? Who are you talking to? Who are you discussing with? Who are you approaching? Because they're going to remember you. And when they remember you, when selection time comes, you're going to get the seat or get the position because that's what it is. It's building those relationships so people can remember you. My second mistake was I thought communication was not important. I always thought, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do my best and nothing else matters. Later on, I realized how wrong I was. It's not only about how good you are. It's about how good can you communicate about it. In my first internship, when I was working as a consulting intern, I used to work the hardest. But the reason why people saw it is because I communicated about it. I communicated about, oh, I finished this over the weekend. I finished this during my unpaid hours. I worked this many hours because I wanted to get things done. And that's what it is. It's communicating it. Because let's say you're a 10 on 10 employee and you're 3 out of 10 communicating. You are perceived as a 3 out of 10. Because how well you communicate is how well people know you. That's why there's just some people, when they approach the room, they just talk, they captivate you. Because they're able to communicate really well. And that's what it's important, is being able to communicate freely and let other people understand your emotions. How hard you're working, what are you doing, what are your goals, how are you achieving them. Because that's so important. The third one. The third one is a little personal. My third mistake was going for remote internships, because remote internships are good, but you don't understand the culture of the company. You don't understand how the company operates. I remember in my in-person internship, I was so excited. I met so many new people. Went for so many lunches, dinners, meeting people, making friends. I still have someone 4 years almost later that I am in connection with. And I meet them whenever I go in the same place they live in or anywhere. And that's what it is. But my other two, they were fun, but not that exciting because they were not a lot of human connection. I'm not meeting a lot of people. I don't understand the culture of the company. And that's why I think remote internships are not that fun because it's pretty boring. Because there's not a lot to do. You're not talking to new people. You're just in front of your laptop all the time. And that's why I think that's one of my mistakes. The fourth one is not knowing why you're interested in this internship. Because if you take a couple of days or a week before your internship and realize what are you interested in, you can always in a networking session or get a call or get a meeting where you can talk to someone in that department. I remember when I was working as a supply chain intern, or my bad, inventory analyst intern, I always wanted to go more into data analysis. I set up calls with the data analysis heads and managers of all the different teams. This really allowed me to understand more, grab more value, learn, because this was so amazing. I learned so many different things about so many different people and how they operate, what are the skills required, what are the things they say are the most important things that help them in their career to advance from just a data analyst all the way to a manager. Those things are so valuable because once you know what you're interested in, you can always get in connection. And networking is the most valuable. As I said, the first mistake, relationships are really important. It ties into the fourth one too, is that if you know what you're interested in, you can build relationships and also learn about the things you're interested in. And the fifth, the last one, learning over earning. It's because it doesn't matter how much the internship pays, it matters how much you can get out of it. Because can you guess what's your biggest asset? I'll give you 2 more seconds. Think about it. If you said yourself, you're right. That's what it is. Is that your biggest asset is you. No one else. Nobody else is going to be your biggest asset but you. And that's what it is. It's always being able to push yourself, get yourself grow, even if the short term you don't get it, but in the long term you will get it. And that's why it's so important to get yourself to grow, nothing else. That's why go for these internships that are not just paying high, but also are the ones where you can learn. I made that mistake once and I'm not going to make it again. I always go for the internship that I can get not only monetary compensation, but also learn, because the more I grow, the better I get. Because the more growth and more you grow, the payout at the end will always be bigger than the small payouts that you get when you only chase money. And these were my 5 mistakes. Let me know in the comment section, what ones do you resonate with? Are there any that you hit you more than the rest of them? Also in the comment section, let me know what are the mistakes you made that you would tell other people to avoid or learn from when you were interning. Also check out my previous 2 videos. One on my college journey part 1, and the other one is on the 8 quotes that reshaped my perspective. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.